Hi, my name is Kaylee and I'm going to be demonstrating how I perform heart rate and blood pressure. So first, when I perform heart rate, I like to take two fingers and I like to find the space between the radial bone and the tendon of the wrist. There's just like a little pocket in between the bone and the tendon, and so then that's where I find the pulse. And once I find that pulse, I wait for about 15 to 30 seconds and I just count how many pulse beats I feel. Then I'll multiply by 4 if I waited for 15 seconds. I'll multiply it by 2 if I waited for 30 seconds to get the count that I would get at 60 seconds. And a normal heart rate would be around from 60 beats per minute to 80 beats per minute. Now for blood pressure, I obviously don't have the equipment for that, but I'll be more than happy to explain how I do it. So what you'll need is a stethoscope and a sphygmomanometer, otherwise known as a blood pressure cuff, because that's a mouthful. So before you put the blood pressure cuff on, find the brachial pulse in the crook of the arm. Once you find that, you can put the blood pressure cuff on and there should be an arrow on it. Line that arrow up with where you found that pulse, because that should be where your blood vessel is, and that's where the pressure of the blood pressure cuff will be going up against. And then you'll put in your stethoscope and you'll hold the face of the stethoscope to where you found your brachial pulse. And so you'll be using two hands for this. So one hand will be holding the stethoscope and the other one will be holding the pump to the blood pressure cuff. So once you pump up the blood pressure cuff and you lock the valve in place, the hand of the meter on the blood pressure cuff should be straight up and down at about 140 to 160 millimeters of mercury. And so you're going to slightly release the valve to where the hand will slowly decline. And you're going to be looking at numbers, but you're also going to be listening for the heartbeat. So you'll be listening to like a lub-dub sound. Once you hit a number where you start to hear the heartbeat, that's going to be your systolic blood pressure. And then you're going to listen to your heartbeat all the way down, and then the last time you hear your heartbeat, that's going to be your diastolic blood pressure. And so what you're normally looking for is about a 120/80 millimeters of mercury for blood pressure. Anything higher or lower than that, that could be signs of hypertension or hypotension. Thank you.